So, hello, boys and girls. This is Rafa again. I've been kind of silent for the last couple of months. Thank you for all the comments. I'm back. I was kind of busy. Sometimes life gets busy, and that's what happened to me. Luckily, I'm all okay. The bike is all okay. This was nothing related to motorcycling. It was more work related. So I'm back. As you can see, I've been using the bike quite maybe not extensively because I will tell you in a minute. I was not able to go to any kind of longer motorcycle trip this year, but I've managed to do within a year, just going around the city, work, home, back and forth, around 5,400 kilometers. And my first service in BMW is due in about a few weeks. So it's been almost a year, so I thought it might be a good opportunity to talk to you and tell you how the F850GS is doing. And I have to tell you, it's doing really, really well. So the first thing that you might notice is that I'm back with the normal windshield, the stock one. Why? Because the one I had from Puig was really too tall, and in the summer, and we really had a hot summer this year in Warsaw, it was just unbearable. My blood was boiling behind that windshield. So it is probably superb for the colder months, but for the summer I was so happy to get some airflow again on my body when the temperatures were higher than 35 degrees. It was not a pleasant thing to do, to ride on this motorcycle with this high windshield. So except for that, I don't think there has been any additional stuff that I have put on the bike. Maybe just I bought another bag for when I was preparing to travel, to take a road trip, but for some reasons not related to me, this road trip didn't happen. Then the major kind of adventure that was planned for this year, which was Iceland, didn't happen neither. So the funny story, I've bought a second motorcycle, and that is F650GS from 2005 to send to Iceland, because I didn't want to send this one for various reasons. The most important one would be getting rid of the bike for at least 2 months. So the shipment was due in the beginning of or June even, and the bike at the beginning of September. So I said, no, I don't want to send this bike and not have it to use it throughout the season. So I have bought a second one. Really good shape, really good condition, F650GS. And I was also doing some off-road trainings on that second bike, having a lot of fun on it, I have to tell you. So I even end up finding myself using the old bike also to go around the city, because it was just making me smile a lot. The sound of the one-stroke engine is also something that I enjoy a lot. So I bought this bike. There were 3 of us going for that trip, and then one of my friends had an accident on a motorcycle. He's fine. He's okay now. It wasn't nice in the beginning, so the doctor told him he should not be riding bikes for at least 2-3 months. So he said, guys, I'm gonna rent a car and I will be following you in the car. It would be a setup like Ewan McGregor and Charlie Burman had with a technical car, right? So we were kind of, maybe not lucky, but we were satisfied with the solution because it meant that first of all we will still be doing this trip, there's still the three of us, and there will be someone carrying our stuff as well. So it will be light traveling on motorcycles, which is always important. But then in about 1 week before the bikes were supposed to departure, the other colleague went to play basketball and he broke his arm. Yes, basketball. So we had to cancel the trip. We were, discussing all the options. If I was supposed to be the only one riding the bike and the two of them in the car, or we should just stick to the idea of going to Iceland that we were planning this trip for so long. And hold on. All right. And then do it as a hiking tour. Just to go and visit the island. But we said no, it was supposed to be a motorcycle trip, so we canceled this. I flew to Iceland with my family. It was a lovely time. But first trip that I was supposed to have this year to Italy got cancelled for some other reasons, and then the major trip to Iceland was also cancelled. So no trips this summer. Which is making me really, really sad. So, I know it sounds terrible, right? So the only thing that's left is just going back and forth to work. I did maybe 2 very small city getaways. That was it. If you wonder how the bike is doing in terms of the fuel consumption, this is what I get when just cruising around town. 4.5, 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers, which I think is nice. There was a time when I went for that city getaway and I was not, going like a maniac. I was just enjoying the views, and I had 3.8. Which I thought, this is almost impossible, but it kept displaying 3.8 for quite a long time, and I did more than 350 kilometers, if I remember correctly, that day. So the fuel consumption of that bike is really good. Basically, I went out for this ride. I was kind of sick for the last few days, and I was doing a research on how to write and record audio from the microphone that I already have in the helmet, and that is a PackTalk Slim setup, right? So, I've been testing out the different Cardo systems. One of them was not working. The Freecon 4 was not really working well with the system, but PackTalk Slim is working quite well. So I was trying to find a way to record record my voice over the video with that setup, not adding anything more scary. And I found this guy who said that it is possible to just record the audio directly to your phone. And this is what I'm doing now. Through here. Too much traffic. Friday afternoon in Warsaw, so these are the suburbs, and still in the suburbs you have such a heavy traffic. So I went out to do this experiment, if that would work. So please tell me in the comments if the voice is right. Now I have opened windshield for a second. It got foggy, but now let me close it again. And I think the audio should be a bit better now. Let's see how this is going to work out. And I think that's about it. So everything is fine. I'm just about to run the first service. So I will tell you later how it went. But again, thank you for the comments and your questions. If I'm okay, that really was really nice to see that you care and you're looking out for those videos. So that was really cool.